OG family. How is everyone doing? We hope you're having a coffee-licious day here on Sunday, September 15th, and we are welcoming you to the OG Success Call. As you are coming into the feed on Zoom or Facebook, we are just so happy and grateful that everyone is here to join us. I'm Mia Small, and my husband, Sherron Small, is going to be coming to you live. In the meantime, as we're allowing people time to come on in, grab your favorite OG drink and grab a pen and paper, grab a smile, and be ready for today. That is one of my favorite things. I always hear OG Blue Diamond, Casey Nielsen Martin say, so I just wanted to replicate that. And just like Casey, we took our mycelium, we took our Ganoderma, we are ready to roll and ready with our best favorite OG beverage. So let's get ready to roll. Honey, are you ready?
Hey guys, how's everyone doing tonight? Well, hey, listen, we're super excited about this opportunity. First of all, we want to thank, of course, the leadership of Organo for inviting us to be a part of this platform. We're super excited. You know, what's amazing is that oh gosh, 6 years ago, when my wife and we started participating in these calls as listeners, I just really thought, man, one day, hopefully, we'll be able to do a call like that. And I gotta tell you, we're so happy, we're so super excited about just a lot of information that we're going to share. Well, just the opportunity to be a part of something that we believe is so amazing. We're super excited to just offer, you know, some things that we've been able to really accomplish, some things that we've been able to learn. But once again, thank you so much for Organo. And we're going to really kind of jump right into the call with just a few things. First of all, most of you that are following the call right now tonight, you may be new. This may be your first time being a part of this call, so I want to welcome you. And then, of course, for those that have been on these calls for many years, we just so appreciate all of that you share, all that you do as it relates to really your success with Organo. And what we're going to do is we're going to really treat this call two ways: for those that are new to the call, and also for those that are seasoned veterans, if you will. Most of you, maybe some, not all of you, don't necessarily know our story. So what I'm going to do is I really want to give you guys just a little background of our story. And of course, I'm going to invite my wife to actually, you know, really just kind of tell some of the story as well. Let me do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tell you guys our story a little bit, and then I'm going to have my wife to come in. But really, the way this kind of really started for us is 6 years ago, we was invited to, you know, a home meeting, if you will. And what's crazy is that I did not think that I would want to be part of anything extra. You know, I had a job. Most of you probably know that my wife and I were educators. I'm a school teacher, and she is as well. She's a district supervisor. And we went to a meeting, and let me tell you, it has been a game changer, a life change for us. This coming October the 12th, 6 years. I went to that meeting not expecting to really be a part of anything extra. And to fast forward our story, now we are Sapphire consultants with this opportunity. We have a chance to be a part of the lives of so many different people. But what's most important is that I walked into that meeting convinced that I would say no. And now we stand here today as 71 star achievers with Organo, and we have an opportunity to learn from some of the best. And so, with that said, we also have, we have just a bit about my wife. We have 3 adult children. We have 2 of those adult children living here with us right now. But more importantly, we've been married now, what, 27 years?
20.
We're super excited about just being married and being a part of this opportunity. And so that's kind of our story. My wife, she's going to tell you a little bit more.
Yes, I think one of my favorite things about this is I've been an educator working as a district supervisor for over 20 years. So when this OG opportunity presented itself, I was wondering, how would I juggle family? How will I juggle business as well? You know, it's kind of that era where we are like every woman and we can have it all, but the reality is it's hard to balance it all. And so the lovely, beautiful thing is, very much like Dr. Bob Rakowski and his beautiful family, we do this business on a part-time basis, and we're excited about the success that we've been able to experience. And as you see on the slides right now, that is my two daughters who actually work the business with us, and we are family, and that's what I love about the Organo opportunity. Just this summer in Orlando, early August, we had our OG Unite conference for North America. It was amazing, and I saw a few posts for people who attended the conference, and as you were there, we noticed the family-oriented environment. Families were going on stage for recognition, not only the mother and the father, or whether it be single parents, winning parents, married parents, young millennials, you name it, we had it all. And people were being recognized on stage, but they were going together as a family, as a tribe. One team, one dream, and that's what I love about this part-time opportunity for us, that we're able to do this with our family as well. And it's an opportunity to bring us together with a common goal and a common cause, working around our business together. How about you, honey?
Hey, so one of the things that I'm super, you really is just super excited about. A lot of times people ask us, how did you get started? Why did you get started with the opportunity? What made you commit to Organo? Well, I think it's really more for us. It's about, I was just kind of, I was just ready. I think, I've heard before that when the student is ready, that's when the teacher shows up. And at the time of my life, at the time of our life, we was just looking for, something different, something new, something extra. And so most people don't know this, but, many years ago, and this is the home that we're living in right now, many years ago, and this could be a story that some of you can relate to. But many years ago, I was hired off of a job. I was 30 years young. I did not necessarily know what I would do. I do know that I had just purchased a brand new home. I knew that I just purchased a brand new car. And what's crazy is that I felt hopeless and helpless. I felt like, what would I do now that it seems like my world came crashing down? And so the reason why I tell that story is because, I don't know, a lot of times when things happen to you, it gives you this inner strength to make better choices. And so when Organo came into our life, it was a situation for me and for us where I saw an opportunity for something to never let something like that happen again. And so I say to all of you that are out there, I didn't know what the possibilities were with this opportunity. I didn't know that, this would be a game changer and a life changer for my wife and I. But I do know that all things are possible. And so with this opportunity, it has allowed for us to accomplish some things with so many people that I really never thought possible. And so now that I stand here today and I kind of give you guys a glimpse of our story and some of the things that we've been able to accomplish with Organo, with the opportunity, it has allowed my wife and I to approach life just a little bit differently, to approach circumstances differently. I can tell you that, now when it comes to, our finances, it's amazing how, just being a part of this opportunity and being a part of, just a hunger for personal development, thinking differently, being able to see things in a different light. It has allowed us to make better quality decisions as it relates to our finances. It's all because of this opportunity. I mean, when I think about it, had I said no to this opportunity 6 years ago, my life would have been the same. Had I said no to this opportunity 6 years ago, we would still been in the same situation. We would still been, susceptible to what someone else might decide for our future. And so that's been different for us now. Now we get to decide. And so that's why we spend a lot of time. We spend a little time during this call, just really allowing people to know that this is not just about, the products of Organo. And we have many products, which is absolutely amazing. But it's more about, who you are and what you want for your future. My mentor told me this, and I never thought this was possible. My mentor said to me, he said, in order for your life to change, you have to change. And I didn't understand that language. I didn't understand it until I started being a part of this type of industry or this type of environment. One of the other things that I really love that he talks about, you have a choice. You can draw those lines between success and failure in your life. He says that, your personal philosophy is the greatest determining factor in how your life works out. And so those are some of the things that really encourage us and inspire us. And so for us, it's about mindset. And so I say that because I think that's the biggest reason why we continue with the Organo opportunity. I want to let my wife kind of touch on mindset just a little bit, and I'll come back and kind of talk about that as well.
Well, speaking of mindset, honey, thank you for tossing it over. Speaking of mindset, I know for us, going back 6 years ago, before we started in the business, you'll notice on the screen we have mindset and mindful. We had our mind set. When we went to our first mixer almost 6 years ago, this October 12th, and my aunt invited us to our first mixer, we didn't know what to expect. We were kind of going out of obligation. We try to be people of our word and people of integrity, and I love that about Chairman Paul. He said our business is all about the hit, being honest, being a people of integrity, and being transparent. And so we gave our commitment and our word that we were going to be there, so we decided to get there. And my husband was quite humble in not sharing the real truth and the real story of how we got started, because we had our mindset. We were going to eat our favorite food, because that's kind of how they got us there. They bribed us by saying, hey, we're going to serve you ribs. Well, not only when we got there, they had our favorite ribs recipe, but they also served coffee. Can you imagine? I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm so grateful that they had tea for me. And so we got there, we sat in the parking lot for a minute, and we had our mindset. We're just doing this, get this over, and we're not going to start anything. We're not going to do anything. We've done network marketing before, and we were younger. We didn't really feel it was for us. We had our mindset. But when we walked in that room and we sat on the couch with our OG coffee and tea, and we saw that DVD and we popped it in the screen, we looked at each other and we locked eyes, and we forgot all about our little pact we made in the car, our little secret pact not to do business. We were like, whatever this is, we're not doing it. But we saw that video and we saw this as the answer to our problem. Why am I saying this to you? Because I know that we all have prospects, and we use the 4-step system to introduce this business to people, but sometimes people have their mindset, but they don't know what they're looking for. And when the OG opportunity comes knocking at their door right on time, then the right people will say yes to the opportunity, just like we did. So we went from having our mindset to being mindful for a new opportunity, mindful for setting and creating our own dream, mindful of ways that we can be in charge of our own destiny, our own retirement plan, and what that would look like. And so being mindful of our freedom. We had an opportunity to be our freedom. So this, after us being over 50 years old, we were almost 50 at the time, this came at the right time and the right moment, after being beat up and bruised in the career and the workforce place, and just in life in general, because, life can hand you lemons, it can hand you lemonades, and you just make the best of it. But we were ready, and we just didn't know we were looking for an answer. So I'm sharing that as encouragement. If you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to share this opportunity with this person and this person and this person, you never know what they look for and what they are looking for, and that you could be the answer to that problem for them. I know my husband, as we're driving in our neighborhood, he mentioned earlier, we built our home over 25 years ago. But we always do this thing occasionally as we're driving in our neighborhood. We have a golf and country club, swim and tennis club in our neighborhood. We have a nice, beautiful soccer field. We built the home from the ground up. And sometimes we're driving through the neighborhood and we see you know, there's friends and family and neighbors and church members and in our community, in our neighborhood. And we have this thing where we go through the neighborhood prayerfully sometimes and we reflect and say, you never know what's going on in the four walls of homes. You never know how our products and how our business can change the lives of those people. Everybody's dealing with something within their four walls. And the question of the day is, the essential question of the day is, do you have the answer to their problem? Can you give them tools and resources through the OG opportunity or the OG products by edifying any of those or our leaders or our system? Do you have a solution and an answer to their problem? Because I know when this opportunity came knocking on our door, we were transformed and our lives have changed ever since. Honey, how about you?
So, you know, really one of the things that my wife and I, we really, you know, people ask us some of the times, you know, well, listen to her. Hey, focus on your whole second. Listen to this up. Well, focus on your why. And, you know, what's amazing is that, and I'll be totally honest, I believe that, you know, over many years ago when we got started, you know, my why really was really about what everybody else's why is. You know, I would really like to make more money. I would really like to earn extra income. And so as that starts to happen, it's almost like your why, you know, your why starts to evolve. Your why starts to become more about substance, more about, what life can I be a small part responsible for changing? Because you know how you hear a lot of times people want to help everyone else, or people want to donate a lot of money to this organization or to this cause, and you know you want to help family members, and so so many people want to help. And you know, I heard someone say inside of a meeting one time is that you know the very first person that you should help is yourself, because how can you be of help to anyone else if you don't have what it takes to be that person that has something to be able to give? And so part of our why and part of my why has evolved. You know, when I think about my why, it was first about money. It was first about, you know, by the way, it's still about money. But I think my why really has evolved into we not only want to create, you know, a financial wall around me and my family that nothing can penetrate. And I know you've heard this slogan, you know, we may have a whole lot of problems, but money won't be one of them. Well, the one thing that I realized is that with this opportunity, our why, not only did our family, like our two girls, and of course, you know, our son, but our why also is about, people ask us all the time, you know, why organic? And I say, well, why not? You know, because I can recall a time when I didn't have X amount of dollars in the bank. You know, I can recall a time when I didn't have, you know, my eyes set on, you know, retiring early. You know, when they say retire at, you know, 65 or 70 years old, and then you die 5 or 6 years later, where our thinking has totally changed. And so our why is about, you know, what can we accomplish, or how great can, what type of person we can become? Because most people, you know, and this is me as well, most people want a lot of things. And it's amazing that, you know, things are good, but in the process, what I found out is that it's not what you get that makes you valuable. It's who you have the opportunity to become. And so it's the becoming that has been so much rewarding for us. And that's what helps me to stay focused on my why. Who can I become? You know, to be a millionaire, it's easy to get $1 million, but how about becoming a millionaire? And so for me, you know, the type of person that I've become, what's amazing is that the why really is solidified as you continue to go through this opportunity and you experience the successes and you experience, the temporary defeat, the why, it allows for you to say, well, what can I accomplish today, or who can I help accomplish their goals and their dreams with this opportunity? And so I really believe that my wife and I, we continue to stay focused on our why, because our why continues to evolve. But more importantly, our story is being written. We're only in chapter 1. And so we're in the middle of our process, and we're just super excited about it. So I really believe that that's one of the reasons why we continue to stay focused on our why. How about you, Ms. Small?
Well, I love that, how you share that, honey. It's all about the why that helps people stick and stay. It's kind of like the educator in me that makes me want to kind of drill into this and elaborate, because I hear people saying why and beliefs all the time, but the green side of me, I'm really a blue when it comes to the colors, and I'm definitely yellow, love helping people. But then there is the educator side of me that's all about the green, analyzing why things are the way they are, drilling down into the data. So for me, when I hear people saying why and beliefs, I really say, well, what is that all about? So when people say, define your why and know your why did you say yes to the opportunity? You have to kind of hone in on what matters to you in your life. If everything was all aligned and you had all the resources you need at your fingertips, what impact would you want to make on the world? What are you passionate about? What's important to you? What do you feel on the inside of you, what your purpose is all about? So defining those values, well, basically breaking it into what matters, what's important, what do you feel your purpose is, and what are you passionate about. That'll help you shape and mold your why. And of course, your values. For us, we talked earlier about how being people of integrity, people of our word, also being transparent. So when Chairman Paul said that at OG Unite, it just made perfect sense to me, because it already mirrors who we are as people. What are your values? So you have to kind of do some inner self-reflection on that and get it down on paper and shape that out, and then form your why are you in this business, and you revisit it a little bit here and there. And along those lines also is getting into your why. It's about your belief. It's about your vision. Taking that why and create a vision and mission for yourself. And then with that why and the vision and mission that you create for yourself, you start working on your daily habits and start shaping with consistency, doing the 4 steps with consistency. That is an area I like to be transparent, that I have to keep working on and keep pushing towards and keep thriving. Consistency is my big thing, but I'm working on it through personal development. Honey, I noticed you have personal development on the screen. Let's talk about that.
Well, that's good. The reason why I have that on the screen is because, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on in this business is, just the personal development component. I think that most people, when we talk about personal development, it could be, spiritual development, reading some good books. But my mentor really, he is, I consider this person my mentor because it's allowed me to change, just my philosophy about a whole lot of things. And one of the things that I recall him, really saying to me, and I know some of you that on the call this evening, you remember this quote, and once I see it, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. And again, once I was exposed to this information, it's just been a game changer, a life change for me. And here's a quote that he said that I really took it to heart, because it really started to permeate how I approach things. He said in one of his teachings, he said most people, they work harder on their jobs than they do on themselves. And I really didn't understand that because, I've always been taught that you should give 120% on the job. And I believe that you do, or you should. But when I heard him say, work harder on yourself than you do on your job, I didn't quite understand at the beginning, but as I continued on, it made sense. And I'm going to say it again, work harder on yourself. And so what I realized, because I graduated from college, and after I got finished with college, I was like, hey, that's it. I'm done. I'm not reading any more books. I'm not doing anything extra. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and live out my life. But when I heard that quote, work harder on yourself than you do on your job, it just really made sense, because what it showed me, if most people, they pursue success, and what I started to realize is that you don't pursue success, you attract success by the person you become. So if you become an attractive person, then success is looking for you. And these are some of the things that I never heard before. And so as I started to dive deeper in the philosophy of this, I realized that if I'll become the person of success, then the success will be attracted to me. I don't have to run after it. And so that's why when it comes to being mindful, what's amazing is that, it's so important to really place yourself in the way of really good quality books, tapes, and functions. Most people ask me, well, who are your mentors? Well, I have 3 of them: books, tapes, and functions. And so that is one of the reasons why I really believe that when life hands you, a lemon, you can hand it back lemonade. In other words, when you're in the valley, whether it be in your personal life, whether it be in your business life, whether it be in your relationship, you can always count on being able to respond as opposed to reacting. And I think that's what has really helped us the most. We've been able to respond to situations as opposed to react. When you're reactionary, then it's not a good place to be. But when you respond, you're responding based on the treasure that's on the inside of you. And that treasure for us is a spiritual treasure. That treasure for us is rooted and grounded in personal development. And so that's what I'm so super excited about, being able to challenge myself each and every day to put in a certain amount of personal development, because I choose to work hard on myself than I do on my job. And what happens is when I do that, my job and everyone else around me benefits. Honey, what about you?
Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing, honey. I love how you shared about how everyone benefits, especially when you put in the work. That goes out into the universe and it comes back in a magnifying way to make a positive change. One of the things, I love graphics. Graphics just kind of cue me in. You'll notice on the screen right now there is a glass of a liquid there. And some people look at life as glass half empty or life half full. And so for us, we like to look at the fullness of life. We like to look at all the blessings in life, and we like to be grateful in the moment for, those things. And whether the moments are challenging moments where we're learning lessons and have to make adjustments in life, because like we said, life has its challenges. But we can still find the growth opportunity in that moment. We can still find the opportunity to be grateful and look at what is going well in that moment. You'll also notice the clock. The clock represents time. And we all know, or some people know, some people may not know, but your most valuable commodity in life, your own commodity, not the U.S. Trading commodity, but your most valued commodity is time. We are here for just a whisper of time. And so you want to make the most of every opportunity you get. And so for me, I'm always breaking down, how do I make things more actionable in my life? I'm kind of like that realist of the family. So I'm always looking at, how do I get the time in? A lot of times we're busy between work and balancing life and family, that kind of thing. And so for me, when I'm getting my personal development in, it could be first thing in the morning before the sunrise. I get some quiet time. I grab my favorite OG red tea because or sometimes I'll drink green tea in the morning because that's how I boost and start my day with some organic green tea. And then I end my night with a red tea. And if you want to know how to solve someone's problem, like how to get to sleep, we don't make any health claims. But I will say in my own personal story, that red tea relaxes me in the evening. And so in the morning when I'm getting dressed, you can play your audio to get your personal development time in, just actionable ways to get it in and get it done. Or what about your 20 to 30 minute drive to work and a 20 to 30 minute drive back to your home or wherever you're going, the baseball field, the soccer field, dance lessons after work. And so those are some creative ways, actionable ways to get your personal development in because, that way you can mold and shape your mindset the way you want it to be. Not mindset, but more mindfulness. You want to be mindful. And let's be mindful of one of my favorite things that I've learned where I work. We have to do a lot of study of the brain-based work as educators. And so one of my favorite people to listen to is Dr. Lara Boyd. She is a university professor out of the University of British Columbia, and she talks about neuroplasticity of the brain. And what I've learned through that is through the neurons and the actions and the reactions that our brain really is plastic. It can be shaped and molded, no matter, even if you're the golden, like an age 50 like us. You can shape and mold your mind to be whatever you desire to be, and that should be in alignment with your vision and your mission and your purpose for your life. And what about functions? I'm going to jump down to function and wrap this up and toss it back over to you. But functions, he talked about books and tapes, and I'm highlighting functions because for me, I never, ever, ever miss an event. We had a magnifying and electrifying time with all the OG family from North America here in Orlando. We are in Tampa, Florida. Shout out to all of Tampa, the Tampa team, the OG Tampa team, and right here in our backyard, as well as the Orlando Central Florida team. But I tell you what, we had a great time. We were so grateful. It was right in our backyard. And so through books, tapes, and functions, we're able to learn and grow as professionals, and we learn to grow our business. The other way we do functions, not only the big OG events, we host a weekly meeting here with the OG Team Tampa. We do it together as one team, one dream. I learned that from Diana from Canada about when you take small pockets of teams, you come together as one team, one dream, you can be stronger and better together. So our weekly meetings. And one of our weekly meetings recently, we had Emerald Namdo in town, and he was able to share. We have right here in our own backyard in Central Florida, Orlando, we have OG Diamond, Odile Perez, and she pours into us with coming to host or share at our weekly meetings as a diamond. And then recently, right after OG Unite, we were even privileged and grateful to be able to hear none other than Crown Ambassador Ms. Blanca Sartorius right here in the Deltona, Destin area. And so we were able to travel over and here. So anytime we have an opportunity to grow as personal people and grow as business owners within our OG business, we seize the opportunity. Yes, honey, back to you.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually get into some questions because I really actually have some questions for you. This is my wife, of course, but she's also my business partner. And so a lot of the times, sometimes you want to know, hey, what is the other person thinking? How do they see certain things, when it comes to this business? And so one of the things that I know is that, I want to kind of really get her perspective and, just get perspective from some of the other team members because we have questions that sometimes people want to know. And so the first question that I want to ask, I'm going to go ahead and ask my wife this question. I'm going to let her answer the question first, and then I'm going to just give my answer to the question as well. But let me ask you this question, Ms. Small. Let me ask you this. What made you say yes to the organic opportunity?
Oh, wow. Thank you for that question, honey. I love this rapid fire style Q&A where we can banter back and kind of share our own personal perspective because although we are business partners, we are individuals, and we still take ownership of our business as individuals. And so for me, that evening when I was sitting on the couch at my aunt's house, like I said, OG was I saw it as an answer to our problem. And one of the things at the time, you know, my husband already shared, he had already been fired from a job. And for me as a wife, seeing him kind of go through that moment and feeling, you know, like he didn't have power over his life and his career and the finances and being the provider. I was, you know, I saw that struggle. And so for him, I said, hey, this is an opportunity for us to take our own freedom. And then the second thing is, you know, I saw this as an opportunity for him to maybe eventually go into this full time because, you know, definitely it was a great opportunity from that. And for me, the reason why I wanted to take hold of this opportunity with Organo was I saw it as my freedom papers where I can retire on my own terms and have freedom in finances and not necessarily have to go work a part-time job after I put in a 30-year, 40-year career. There you go, honey.
Well, the reason why I said yes is because, I don't know, I think it just actually made sense. You know, it makes sense, it just makes sense. And so that's one of the reasons why I said yes is because I knew I could make a cup of coffee. I'm a coffee drinker, my wife is not. And so when I said in the meeting, I said, wait a minute, this makes sense. You know, I think part of people saying yes or no to an opportunity, whether it be organic or whether it be something else, you know, timing has a lot to do with it. I think it was just at the right time in our life. I still have this entrepreneurial spirit about myself. And that's one of the reasons why I say yes. The next question I have for, and I'm going to answer this question and I'll turn to my wife. But what is your why? What is the why that motivates you to stick and stay to reach your dreams? You know, so what motivates me to stick and stay so that we can reach our dreams? What motivates me is what's possible. And I've seen so many success stories in the organic. We have many success stories all over the country, all over the world. And so when I see those success stories, I don't say, wow, I say, I'm next. We're next. Because I truly believe that, you know, all things are possible. If he or she can, we can. I believe that it's important to move from, you know, student to professional. And as you know, in any arena, you know, amateurs don't get paid. They don't get paid. And so that's why it's so important for you to move through those levels. And the quicker you move through those levels, you'll see the difference in your bank account. And so that's what motivates me, is that I believe that all things are possible. Honey, what about yourself?
Oh, yes, real fast. For me, it's all about our family, dreams and goals for our family, being able to leave a legacy. You know, OG, you know, it's kind of hard to get into business and industry, corporate America, and owning your own business. It takes a lot of finances and a lot of resources, and the practical ways we can come into the OG opportunity, bronze, silver, or gold, it allows you to be a player at the table. You know, if I think about when you're in Vegas and you get to play at the table. And so this allows us to be players at the table, be in control of our own destiny, and leave a legacy for our kids. And as parents, we're modeling for our girls how to be their own business owners, because beyond us, we want them to be self-sufficient. And so leaving our own legacy. And for me also, another why is because I love to travel. And oh my God, I love to travel. I love that with Organo, we've been able to go to San Antonio, Vegas, LA. And now with Travala, oh, the sky's the limit. I can't wait to take the opportunity to some of those forever weeks. And so that's it for me. The next question is, honey, we're going to answer the question, what is our next goal with Organo? Well, for me, I want to take advantage of the OG getaway and be able to reap the benefits of one of those trips. And so I want to qualify, go from our Sapphire. It's time for us to move on. So I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. I want to be able to go past Ruby and qualify Emerald. Yes, that's my goal, so that I can be on an OG getaway trip. Yes, that's driving me to my why.
Well,
what about you, honey?
Well, my goal is to really just really for us, you know, we have a really I won't say nice business, but you know, for us, my goal is how many other families that we can help. You know, how many people can we really recruit into this opportunity? How many people that we can share this opportunity with? So my goal is to share more, to be more of a presence, to recruit more, to be a builder with this opportunity. I think that just being a builder is really about how many lives can you change. And, it's about your belief. It's about your belief in the product. It's about your belief in the opportunity. And can people see your belief? Can people will people buy into your belief? So my goal is to do a better job in making sure that people see our belief, will buy into our belief about this company, this amazing company, Organo, about the product itself, about what it can offer and what it can do for their family as it relates to them and their goals. The next question, how have you branded your individual strengths to maximize your Organo business? These questions, my wife actually kind of formulated these questions. She kind of selected some questions from other people in Organo. And so that particular question, how have you branded your individual strengths to maximize your Organo business? I'm going to give that question to my wife.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Well, one of the photos you saw earlier, that was us with our family. And so one of the things that I love with Organo, talking about books and tapes to grow personally with your development as a person and as a business owner, but not only through books and tapes. If you haven't tapped into some of the tools and resources such as the OG blog, you want to make sure you're doing that. Go to OG Academy and read the OG blogs because there are great stories to help you build your business. One of the most recent stories that was posted just this week that I read earlier this week, I wanted to share it today. It was on the OG blog, and it was all about how to leverage your personal brand in 4 simple steps. And it talked about branding. And I think I've heard Dr. Bob in the past talk about knowing your niche and building on your strengths and your talents as an individual, finding your niche market. And so for us, we've been able to work this business in what we all call, I think I heard Dr. Bob say this and some other person recently at the Lee's family mixer. The Lee family, they had a mixer last week, and this woman said, working this business in the nooks and crannies of your life. And so that's one of the things that I find very helpful to focus in on. And the OG blog talked about leveraging your personal brand in 4 easy ways. Take care of your image. How do you present yourself in the public or at home? Knowing your limits. Don't be superwoman. Take time to relax. Take time to meditate. Take time to help yourself stay in your happy zone. Eat right. Use the OGX shakes with the wonderful Ganoderma herbs, and there's a great meal replacement. Taking your mycelium and your Ganoderma tablets and drinking this amazing OG coffee, just consuming 5 to 8 times a day this Ganoderma herb. So taking care of yourself and know your limits. The third way it said to leverage your personal brand is to work on your brand every day. How do we work on our brand every day? Sharing the OG opportunity, sharing the products, edifying the leaders, edifying your testimony and your story of success within this business. So being the brand, wearing the brand, and sharing that with others. My husband always reminds me, this is a really easy 4-step system, honey. You sample, you follow up, you get them started, and you repeat. So I love knowing that about the business. And so working on your brand every day by staying in zone 1. And we all know zone 1 is about sampling and following up and having mixers and getting people started. And then the 4th way, the OG blog, giving credit where credit is due, it said learn to listen. Listening to personal development daily helps you grow and get better and brand your business. So that's it for that question. I'm going to toss it over to the next question. What advice would you give to a new OG distributor getting started?
Wow. So you want me to answer that?
Yes, it's all yours, honey.
Oh, wow. You know what? You said, sample, get them, you follow, get them started, repeat. Oh my gosh, you are listening. That's amazing. It just made me chuckle and smile. I'm like, wow, this is so easy. But one of the tips that I'll really give to a new, and we're gonna kind of go just a little faster here. But one of the tips that I would give, it says, what is one of the top training tips you have learned that could help others in their organic business. I'll be honest. One of the things that I have learned with this opportunity is, number one, to submit to the system, to believe in the system, to stay plugged in. If your upline is plugged in, is play an adult game the part of the leader. It is so important for us to follow success, to follow results, to not to try to reinvent the wheel. So the one thing that I would say to a new person starting out is to get plugged in the system. And there's a system for every organization. One of the books that I read when I first got started in your first year network marketing, really absolutely amazing book. It's not how much you read, but it's how much you're willing to implement, how much you're willing to submit to. If you are coachable and teachable, and there's different levels of coachability and teachability. If you're very coachable and teachable at a high level, I can predict what type of income you're going to make. So that's the advice. That's the tip that I would give to a new person starting out. Let's move to the next one. What advice would you give to a new distributor starting a wire organo? Let's go to number 7. Wire organo. I say why not? Why not organo? Most people, say wire organo. Well, for me, it's easy and simple. Coffee. For us, what I realized at that meeting so many years ago that everybody drinks coffee. So it was just a no-brainer for me. So when people ask me why organo, I just simply say why not. And when they ask me again, I say, well, why not me? Why not? So that's my answer. Why organo? Why not? How about you, Small?
Well, I'm right on the same page, honey. For me, why organo? Definitely why not? But it's also about the original vision and mission of Mr. Bernie Chua, bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world, bringing that Ganoderma herb to us, that royalty herb, back in the China days. It has made a difference in our lifestyle, our wellness, and so overall, it helps to improve and make our lives better. And so for me, I see that it's helping others and it's helping myself. I have my own stories with it. And so that's one of the big reasons why I say organo, is because I believe in the vision and the mission of the organo opportunity, bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. And now with the expansions of the new vertical, I feel like I'm kind of like my own Amazon. I have travel. I have the beautiful BU. I love when I hosted my BU mixer, helping to pamper women with beautiful skincare. And then, of course, dropping that Ganoderma herb in various forms into people to give them a fuller, weller lifestyle. And the other thing about why organo, if you think about why, in my arena, back in the education arena, we always, when we're looking at change, how to make change in life and change in as practitioners in the education arena, we always tap into starting with the why. Mr. Simon Sinek himself always says, start with the why. And I want to say recently, Liam Bell reminded me of Simon Sinek, but starting with the why and the beliefs, it's all about your beliefs. It's not so much people are buying into us. People are buying into our message. People are buying into our values as a person. And so if you go back to that OG blog that talks about branding yourself, it's about branding yourself, your vision, your mission, your purpose, your passion in life. And then that's what you're sharing with people, your beliefs and how this helps you and how this helps others. And so for me, that's why organo, simply because I believe in their mission and I believe it helps me and therefore it helps others. Honey, how about this one? What are you doing to help your business grow? That's our next question.
What are we doing to help what am I doing to help the business grow? Well, just being persistent and consistent, being open to change, being open to grow. I stated earlier that one of the areas that we really want to grow in is attracting new business partners, to this opportunity. We're always looking for, open-minded individuals. We're always looking for those persons that want to change. One of the things that I know that you don't know where people are in their life, so it's so important for me to spend a lot of time practicing, how to, uh, be more of an attractive person to recruit people into the opportunity. So I think one of the things that I have to do and what we have to do as Organo, distribution partners is we have to develop, that skill we have to develop that skill getting into the space of other people. Uh, we have to solicit, just stuff from the leaders so that we can be more of an attractive person as it relates to being business builders. So that's one of the things that I'm doing to grow our business. So let me move to the next question. How has your life changed becoming a partner with Organo? Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The change financially has been great, but also the development has really been a game changer, a life changer for me. How about you, Ms. Small?
Definitely the personal development, the financial freedom that has helped us to accomplish. We've been able to afford things in life that we weren't able to necessarily afford prior to the learning about the OG opportunity. Like I said, our mind, before the OG opportunity, our mind was set. I personally was not growing as a person. I shared this on the OG Unite stage. I was getting up, hitting the alarm clock, going to work, come home, get dinner ready, and go to bed and start the routine all over again with that alarm clock. And so with that said, I wasn't pouring into myself. I wasn't growing as a person. I was just doing the same old thing that life was just handing me versus being a creator, being an innovator, and taking control of my life and growing as a person. So pouring into myself and getting out of life what I wanted, not versus what everybody wanted to shape and mold me to do. And so that's one of the biggest things that has changed my life, along with working towards financial freedom, working towards retirement on my own terms. But the person that I've become, I definitely have grown. The person I was 6 years ago, very different from now. My husband, I'm sure he can attest to that. And how about this question, honey? What benefits have you personally experienced from some of the OG products? I'll share with me. I did talk about the OG red tea. I find that sometimes it's hard for me to relax and go to sleep at night, so I like to take a warm cup of red tea. Not only does it have Ganoderma, but it has cordyceps herb in it as well, and so I'm able to relax and go to bed and have a great night's sleep. And how about you?
Well, for me, I've been able to save money. I really am super excited about the OGX. Of course, the meal replacement protein shake. That's something that I do every day as a teacher. It helps me to stay fit. So I'm super excited about the product. And so personally, it's been a game changer, a life changer for me as far as the money component. Let me move to the next question. What advice would you give distributor partners that may be hesitant, struggling with prospecting or sampling? Let me just say this. I think as we become better at prospecting and sampling people, one of the ways to become better is to get out there and do the action. The other ways to become better is to commit and submit to becoming a professional. There's information out there. There's guys that are very good at what they do. And so now we have to be willing to accept, just not necessarily a change in our footsteps, but just enhance and really make what we do even better. And so the internet is there, it's available. The people out there that are available, I recommend people give their upline. And their upline will tell them some of the resources that are available to help them become better at, prospecting and sampling, become better at attracting business partners into their business. Again, there's nothing like, personal experience. So you have to get out there and make it happen. With that being said, I think we have one more question before we wrap this up. Is that correct, Ms.
Yes, this last question is all about what is your favorite go-to? What type of person or business partner do you like to prospect and share the opportunity with? For me, for me, I'm open to all, but because I'm over 50, I feel like I can relate to anyone that's 50 or older. I know I can probably relate to their journey. I could probably relate to their story and some of the bumps and bruises of life, the hills and the mountains and the valleys and the peaks, the wonderful part of our journey after 50 years of life that we've experienced. So I think I can relate, including raising kids and things of that nature. So definitely for people that are 50 and over, I can relate. We're probably ready to retire and looking for another avenue versus having to go get a second job and that kind of thing, or work beyond our 30, 40-year employment plan. And so that's one. And then also women. I love focusing in on women because as another woman, I can relate to there. But I'm open to anyone. How about you, honey?
Well, for me, not only am I'm open to anyone that's breathing, because what I realize is that, the cream always rises to the top. And who am I to say if you are the cream or not? And so I just believe that it depends on who you are. Where are you? Where are you in your life? Where are you in your journey? Where are you when it comes to really just what you want for you and your family? And so my wife and I, we're together now. Listen, we're going to wrap this up. But one of the things that I want to speak to everyone out there that's listening is that we're just so excited. Hopefully that anything that we share tonight, it can help in your journey, whatever you're deciding to be a part of. Of course, we would love for you to be a part of the Organo family. That's one of the reasons why we did this. And then, of course, we're just so excited for all of the, those that are in network marketing, especially those that are in Organo. Our goal is to make sure that, people, those that want to win, you can win. I know for my wife and I, and I say this all the time is that, you take you wherever you go. And so it's like, winners do whatever it takes to win. And so I really believe that, there are women that are listening to us today that are contemplating, hey, am I doing enough? Success is about doing. Failure, a temporary failure, is just simply not doing. So when you're making a decision every day to get up, wake up, and do whatever it takes to win, you're a success. You're winning. And so that's what we choose to do.
Yes.
We choose to get up every day. It's not easy. The business is not always easy. How we say it, it's simple. It's coffee. But what we believe that is simple. It is coffee, and it is an opportunity for you to change your life in someone else's life. We want to thank you for allowing us to share with you tonight. Yes. We want to thank you for being a part of this platform. And we look to see you at the bank and also at the top.
Yes.
Bye for now. 1%.
Be you and be your best. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.